Hey everybody, how you doing? Joe here from the Scruffy Fam. So today we have a lot of projects that we're trying to get done for our urban homestead here in Wisconsin. It is a beautiful day today. I think the high is supposed to be like 57. It's sunny. There'll be a little bit of clouds. So today is a perfect day to get ready to put in our next raised garden bed. So let me show you guys what we got going on here for what we're trying to do. We have a whole bunch of projects all happening at the same time, so we need to make sure that we're prepared for everything. Okay, so in the front we're doing some landscaping. The side of the house we've done some stuff. Let me show you what we have done to the side. Now last year we did a video where Elijah and I cleared out the entire side of our house of all the perennials that were there. So if we take a look here, yesterday what we did is we went through and we got the rest of the weeds and stuff that were still there from last season, and we put some landscape fabric down. And then today, this afternoon, I've got some mulch being delivered that we're going to put over the top of that and just really make sure that nothing grows back. And then when it's time, we will put the plants that we want there. But for today, the goal is to get this raised garden bed built, and what's in the way right now is all this stuff. So this is all of the dirt that we have pulled out for some of our landscaping projects, and right now we're trying to kill off all of the weeds and stuff that have grown up in there. You can see some of the green stuff. So what we do is we put it on a tarp. We're going to put another tarp over the top of this, and then just let it be void of sunlight and let it sit and just kill everything off. We'll also let our chickens go through there and scratch at stuff and deal with it. That's why it's uncovered right now. I'm going to let the chickens out here in a little bit and let them go to town on it. Where the new garden bed is going to go is right here, where our compost pile is. And in the previous video, you saw us sifting the compost and working on it. So this is how low the compost pile is right now, and that's where the rest of the compost is. So we need to move it from here, because this is where the new raised garden bed is going to go, to the other side of our fire pit. So here in Wisconsin, when the sun's out, you go out and you start doing as much stuff as you possibly can. So what we're gonna do is Elijah's gonna help me. We're gonna get this compost pile moved. I'm gonna let the chickens deal with this dirt pile here. We have some brush in the back that's actually gonna be part of our brush pickup for our town, but I'm also going to use some of that at the bottom of our compost just as a way to help get some airflow through this and get this thing really cooking again. We use our chickens as a great starter for our compost. We actually have a video on how we use our chickens for our compost that I'll try to remember to link in this video so you guys can see it. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and we'll get the camera set up. You guys will get to see this in time lapse as we get to really working on this. So stick with us, and here we go. Okay, so I'm not done yet out there, but having babies sometimes changes what you have to do. So Elijah's going to continue on with that out there, and I'm going to take care of the babies, get them a bottle if that's what they need. And then once I'm done taking care of them, we'll go back outside. We'll kind of check out and see where everything's at. Right now we're just moving the compost pile. That's all we're doing. After we get the compost pile moved, we'll start prepping the ground to do our garden bed. So to do that, we're gonna rake up the grass and really get some of that pulled, and then we're gonna put landscape fabric over the top, and then where the garden bed's gonna be, we're actually going to cut that out, and then we're gonna put cardboard down, and then we're gonna start filling the garden bed. So whole bunch of stuff going on, but first I gotta take care of the twins, so I'm gonna do that and then we'll be back. Okay, so plans change quick here. So the twins are actually quite happy up in their beds right now, so I'm gonna leave them in their beds for a minute, because as I said just a little bit ago for you guys, is that we were getting mulch delivered today. So we got 3 cubic yards of mulch. So this little mulch mountain here is what's gonna go on the side of our house. So I'm gonna get Elijah started on this, and then we'll get the babies taken care of. So stick with us. All right, guys. Whew. Crazy day. So many things going on. All right, let's check this out here. So let me show you where we're at right now. So we did get that, we got all that mulch taken care of, so let's check that out. All right, so here we go. We got all that mulch in. Elijah and I got it all spread out, nice and ready. Right now, this is just kind of a blank slate for us. We're gonna work on figuring out what's gonna go in here. The only thing we have in here right now is our elderberry bush here. It's our Bob Gordon here, so we're pretty happy for that guy. He looks like he's doing really well. At the same time we were doing that, we were also moving our compost pile and sifting out some of our compost. So let's go check that out. Okay, so as we were working on it, we moved our compost pile. So the compost pile is now over here. Okay, so it was over here, and now we are over here. We've got that water that's gonna start working its way down and settling down a little bit. On top of that, if you look over here, we actually sifted out some compost to get ourselves a 5-gallon bucket. So we've got a 5-gallon bucket of the compost over here. Hi, Levi. How you doing, buddy?
Chocolate.
You guys like your rock box? Yeah. Okay, and over here, Tasha's getting some carrots in and getting some more seeds as we're chugging along. While she was doing that, while they're playing here, we come over here. This is where the compost pile was. There's still a little bit. We're going to use that as for the base of what we're doing. We're just going to spread that out once we get it. So the next step is actually building the raised bed. Now, we have this really cool hack of how we're going to do it. Instead of spending all the money on getting cedar, either 2x6s or 1x6s to really create that space, we got cedar fence posts. And they're about 1 inch thick. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna glue 2 of them together, and then I'm gonna stack them one on top of the other, and I got these metal brackets to really bring it all in. So we're gonna get going on that. We're gonna use our picnic table as my workbench. I will put you guys on here so you can see what we're doing, and we're gonna get to it. So here we go. Okay, so we're gonna do one with you guys and kind of tell you what we're doing here. So what I'm gonna do is, we've got these fence boards. They're like 5/8, almost 1 inch thick. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna glue them together. That'll give us the thickness that we're looking for. And then to really make sure they stay together, I'm actually gonna screw them in together. Hopefully I got the right size screws, because if I don't, that'll be a little embarrassing as I do this, but live and learn, right? We will give this a try and we will see what happens. So, all right, let's start off with, hey Levi, you gonna help out, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure these aren't too deep. Yep, this will kind of work out perfect. So what the first thing we're gonna do, hi buddy, is I'm gonna take the glue, clean out the glue.
Can I have a glue?
You want to help me put the glue on?
Yeah.
Okay, you can help me put the glue on. Don't touch the wood though. You don't want to hurt your hands, okay? Okay, so take the glue, and I'm gonna be generous as I come here. You wanna help me? Right down the middle. All right, let go. Whee, all the way down the middle. Oh, don't touch it, Bubba. Don't touch it. Don't touch it, Shiloh. I'm gonna take the other board. I'm gonna put it right on top. I'm gonna line up the ends. Thank you for helping squish, buddy. We're gonna line up the ends. I'm gonna take the screws. Okay, so once we get it lined up, I'm going to take it and I'm going to
Put the glue.
we'll connect one here. Then we'll come to the other end and we'll connect it on the other side. Nice and lined up. And get those in. So all I'm gonna do is connect the four corners. That'll bind this together, and then I'll hit a couple in the middle.
I want help with the drawer.
Okay, so I did the ends. The next thing I'm doing is I'm going about a foot in, and I'm gonna hit 2 screws on the there to get these in. Okay, so I'm gonna go a foot in. Okay, so now that I did that, all these are in. I want to make sure none are poking through. We have a little bit of pokage, but it's not the end of the world because it's going to be the inside of the bed. What's going to happen when I connect these together is I'm actually going to have these metal bars are going to connect here in the middle, and we'll put 2 of them together. And I'll show you guys what that looks like when we get to that part. All right, stick with me. Alright guys, so I got all of the boards joined together that I need to. Now, I was wrong. I'm not afraid to admit I was wrong. We actually are doing 3 boards so that we can get about 18 inches on height for these. So I'm going to get the first one done here. All I'm going to do is join this middle piece at the 3-foot mark. They're 6 foot long. We're doing a 6x6 bed. So each one of these will have a metal bracket in the middle of them just to hold everything in. So I'm going to go ahead and get these done. I'll show you guys the finished product after we get the panels done. After we get the panels, I'm going to cut the 4x4s and we'll bring you guys along as I start joining everything together. So we're getting there, almost ready. All right guys, so I got all the panel pieces put together here. So we've got 3 long. I've got the metal bracket holding them together. I just cut my 4x4s down all to the appropriate heights. So they will go here, nice and flush. That's what each end piece is gonna be. So now we're gonna assemble everything. We're gonna do this, if you've never built a garden bed before, it's easy to get all the other pieces together until you go to build the square. when you build the square, it needs to be even and level. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put, each board is gonna have an end piece, and then we're going to actually end up taking it into our garage, setting it on the floor that is level, and then we'll connect all the corners together. So what we're gonna do to do this is I'm gonna have Tasha and Elijah hold it up, and then I'm just gonna screw in the 4 main screws that are gonna hold the end pieces on for that side. And then we'll take them into the garage, get it set up, have our full area, and then we'll just nail all the screws in and have it ready to go. So I will show you guys the finished product when it's all said and done and we get it plopped down in place. So we're almost there. This has taken, we're at a couple hours now, but this is my first time making a raised garden bed from scratch. And we did it a little bit unconventional by using cedar fence posts, but it's actually turning out pretty good so far. So I'm really excited to see what this finished product is gonna look like. So stick with us, guys, we're getting there. All right, guys, here is our 6x6 cedar bed put together. I'm gonna go grab a few more screws just to make sure we've got the ends tightened down. But as you can see, we've got a 6x6 bed. This thing is huge. This is gonna end up being our potato bed. Last year we used a 6x6 and we used half of it. We're really excited for this. The potential that this bed is gonna have is gonna be huge. So really excited to get this done. This was a project that I have been waiting on since last season. So I'm glad that it's finally done. The next step is really just prepping the spot where it's gonna go. And what I'll do for that is we'll just show you guys the finished product in another video when we go to plant the potatoes, because we still have a few things that we're trying to do. So I'm gonna call it a night here. This has been a very long day, a whole bunch of hours. So thank you so much for following along. Thank you for being here with the Scruffy Fam. We're super easy to follow. You can find us on Instagram at the Scruffy Fam or the Scruffy Mama for Tasha. And you can email us at thescruffyfam@gmail.com. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for the 100 subscribers. If we get to 1,000 subscribers, we're gonna give away something really cool. So help us get the word out. Please like, share these videos, and we'll see you next time.